All right. Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show live. This week, coming to you from Fernwood Cove as part of our Veterans No Boundaries summer weekend, where we help disabled war vets do stuff outside. So, this week, I want to talk about picture tips. Now, of course, when you go to Disney, you want to take plenty of photos. And if you have PhotoPass, it is definitely a good thing to have because you get professional shots with the whole family in the picture. But even if you don't have PhotoPass, it's a good idea to take plenty of pictures, which provide making great memories. So, anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, Epcot's Food and Wine Festival starts next week, and the Food and Wine Festival is perhaps the most popular Epcot festival. So, this week, we are going to cover my top 5 offerings at Food and Wine. Number 5, the Jammin' Chefs. So during Food and Wine, Epcot's janitors turn into chefs, and instead of drumming with garbage cans, instead they drum with ovens and kitchen utensils, which I think is awesome. And I'm sure they're bringing that back for Food and Wine because all the construction on that side of the park is now done. And hopefully we can see the Jammin' Chefs back to performing in front of the Odyssey, in front of Communicore Hall all next week, which I think is very awesome. Number 4, the Remy Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt. Now, like any Epcot festival, there is a scavenger hunt around World Showcase. Being Food and Wine, this one is centered around Remy. There are different Remys scattered about World Showcase, and your job is to find them in each country, and then you'll get a prize, which is kind of like a specialty cookie or something. Number 3, the Brewing Lab in the Odyssey building. So, the Brewing Lab is where you'll find Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker, and anytime you can have the Muppets doing something special in the parks is a very great time indeed. And it's also the home of the pickle milkshake, which I used to think was disgusting. And after trying it last year, I hate to say it, but it's not that bad. Number 2, food booths from around the world. So during Food and Wine, like any festival, there are specialty booths with food and stuff. Excuse me. As I was saying, with specialty food booths from around the world, and so many, and it like I said, that's the beauty of dining at Epcot during this festival. You don't have to get a reservation at a restaurant. You can just graze with food from around the world. That could be your dinner. It's what we've done many times. And my number 1 offering at Food and Wine, the Eat to the Beat concert series. Now, just like with Flower and Garden's Garden Rocks concerts, this concert series features some amazing music that is both local and legendary. I know we've done the Eat to the Beat version just once, and that once was perfect because it was the Baha Men, the geniuses behind Who Let the Dogs Out? And of course, during Garden Rocks, we've seen a local Florida group, M80s. They're very good, as well as Plain White Tees. And this past April, the Commodores. So there was. Hi, Ryan and Abdu. Thanks for tuning in. So, anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite thing is about the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. And now it's time for the ding ding theme park throwdown. I'm doing fine, Ryan. A little scratchy with everything I've done this week, but nevertheless, I am all good. But anyway, it's time for the theme park throwdown. As you guys know, this is the part of the show where we discuss the differences between Disney and Universal. This week's topic, budget. So, Disney has a lot of offerings. Thank you, Ryan. So, Disney has a lot of offerings that kind of stack on your budget and probably runs it dry. Whereas Universal is more straightforward and gets know beforehand what the costs are. So let me know in the chat or in the comments what is worth more for your pocket, Disney or Universal. And now it's trivia time. Last week we asked what was the beast's human name. My boy, or I'm going with Universal. All right, so last week we asked what was the beast's human name. My boy, Mike the Park Knight, Googled the correct answer, Prince Adam. I think we're going to make it a rule that you're no longer allowed to Google the answer to the questions. Sorry, Mike. So now, here is this week's trivia time question. What color stuff is described as delicious in the song Be Our Guest? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. So, there has been a lot going on with the parks that now that D23 is over. A lot of announcements have been made, a lot of unexpected stuff. No, Ryan, it's not brown. And I have some important things to say. So, as some of you may know, this February, participating in my very first Run Disney event. Nope, not green. And I'm hoping to lose a lot of weight by then. So I am going to try my best to lose as much as I can, which is not going to be easy. So I hope to gain more health and momentum as I get ready for this big event in February. It's okay, Ryan. It's okay, and also still incorrect. So I hope with your guys' support, I will continue to keep my momentum going so that I am ready and fit and set for when I do this big 5K. So anyway, that's my tip. That's our show. Thank you, Rosemarie. That's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. For this week's shout-outs, make sure you guys check out my friends over at allears.net. They do great infotainment videos about how to do the parks with crazy challenges and whatnot and special tips. Definitely check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Evelyn Stefania. She does great vlogs from the parks. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Jennifer Caruso. She does great live streams from the parks as well. Definitely check her out. No, Brian. Not blue. Also, make sure you guys check out Kevin Valente. He also does great videos. Definitely check him out. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time.